stand by, sir. We'll be coming to you shortly.
Copy that.
Welcome back to the Leventhal Report. I'm Rick Leventhal. Another violent crime involving an illegal migrant reported in California, leading U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents to open fire on the illegal person, who they say struck two officers with a vehicle during a traffic stop over the weekend in San Bernardino. Correspondent Joe Moeller tells us local police located the illegal immigrant after the incident, but refused to arrest him because of California's sanctuary laws.
It's not often we hear about federal agents opening fire on a suspect. This happened here in San Bernardino. That suspect was able to flee those federal officers after they opened fire and then came in contact with police, but police initially did not arrest them because they say they cannot do so under California law.
What do you want? What do you want? No identification.
This is video from Saturday morning. This happened in San Bernardino, about 60 miles east of Los Angeles. According to DHS, it was during a targeted enforcement operation when Customs and Border Protection officers were injured when a suspect refused to get out of his car, instead using that vehicle to drive straight at officers, hitting them. One of the officers then fired his weapon in self-defense. The suspect drove off and got away. San Bernardino police say the department got a call from that suspect who claimed masked men broke his window and shot at him. Police tell me after coming in contact with that suspect, they didn't arrest him as California law prohibits police from helping with immigration enforcement. Later Saturday afternoon, federal agents apparently located him again and asked police for help with crowd control when they tried to arrest the man who is now wanted for assaulting a federal officer as well. Well, the department tells me at this point it wasn't an immigration-related arrest and local police were able to help. I reached out to DHS spokesperson slammed the state's policies, saying in part, quote, this reckless decision came despite the subject's outright refusal to comply and his wounding of two federal officers. It is yet another tragic example of California's pro-sanctuary policies that shield criminals instead of protecting communities. And Democratic Congressman Pete Aguilar, who represents this area, the 33rd district, wrote on X in part, quote, it is shocking and inexcusable for immigration authorities to open fire on unarmed civilians. There must be a full investigation into the dangerous behavior of the agents involved. Their violent actions are a threat to the safety of our communities, and it's a miracle that no one is killed or injured. Congressman Aguilar did not comment on those federal agents who were hit by that vehicle. Those two agents are expected to be okay. Reporting in San Bernardino, California, I'm Joe Moore.
Thanks very much for that. Joining me now, former senior advisor to DHS under Alejandro Mayorkas and retired U.S. Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Berney Flowers.
Rick, how you doing?
Berney, welcome back to the show. I'm
Thanks
good. This San Bernardino incident, it's I want to say it's crazy. I mean, you're gonna get away with hitting cops with your car because you're an illegal, but if you were an American citizen, you would have been busted on the spot and would be in jail right now?
I am so glad that I don't live in California. The rules there are crazy. They're upside down. Why normal people pay taxes to that state, I can understand why so many people are trying to leave there. The bottom line is if somebody comes at you with a car can be a very, very deadly weapon. And those police officers were within their rights to defend themselves. But the idea that California law does not allow local law enforcement to support ICE is absolutely unacceptable. And I'm hoping that Mr. Trump will put a stop to that some way, somehow.
It just seems like such a disconnect. And I have to believe, because I worked with and around and law enforcement for many, many years. And these guys, for the most part, love their work, love protecting the public. And they must, this must drive them crazy in California that they can't enforce the law against someone who's here illegally simply because that person is here illegally. It just makes zero sense. And it's got to drive them just nuts.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the bottom line is most of those people are former military. When you get training in the military, a lot of the cops come out of there and they go straight into the police force with a little bit of adjustment. But the issue of the day is these people are good Americans. They're following the rules that they were given by their state legislature and their government, but they don't necessarily have to like it. But the bottom line is that the people of California are going to have to make some changes because their state is falling apart. It's financially bankrupt, and it's full of illegal aliens, and we're trying to get those people out of there. But the issue today is you cannot come at somebody with a car and not expect to be dealt with. And so I applaud those ICE agents that fought back, and shame on the California justice system that allows for for the police officers to not be able to support the ICE agents. I'm hoping that can change very, very soon.
Well, there's another illegal immigrant accused of causing tragedy down in Florida. DHS says an Indian man who'd been in this country illegally since 2018 killed 3 people in a crash while making an illegal U-turn on a busy highway in a semi-tractor trailer truck last week. The man got his commercial driver's license from the state of California, surprise, surprise, despite the fact he's an illegal. And Republican Florida Governor Ron DeSantis wrote on X, illegal alien issued CDL by California, doesn't even speak English. Sanctuary policies are dead. Must hold the illegal alien accountable, but also the other actors involved, including the company. What penalties do you think that trucking company should face, and what's the culpability of the California DMV for issuing that license in the first place?
It's absolutely insane for that to happen. The scary part for me is that during the Biden administration, right around 2021, they were actually considering allowing Mexican drivers to come in here and not even have a CDL, to just drive straight into American roads, and that failed. But the bottom line is, I do believe that the California state is culpable because of their rules, and for someone to do that and kill people is absolutely unacceptable. We got to stop this and get a handle on this, because there are just too many people coming here from different countries with different cultures, as I mentioned before on my last iteration on your show.
Yeah, Berney, we only got about a minute left, but I want to ask you about DHS recently publicly debunking the hoaxes surrounding alligator Alcatraz. They said the allegations claim illegal immigrants at the facility were denied attorney access. Another of the many false accusations. There were worms in food, they said, and wastewater on the floor. None of it apparently is true. Do you think the basis for these false claims is political hatred, similar to what we saw with the Russia collusion created by the Democrats and mainstream media? They hate the idea of Alcatraz so much, the alligator Alcatraz, they want to make stuff up?
This is just straight up propaganda. I know the people over at DHS. I know the secretary. I know Secretary McLaughlin. These are good people trying to do a good job for America. So let them do their job and forget the propaganda.
Berney, you're the man. Appreciate you joining the show.
Always, always ready for you.